I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I just be sending it, okay? We just be live. Alrighty. I'm quickly going to update the thumbnail for this live stream. Because for some reason, screenshotting isn't working for me on Windows. I'm telling you, when it comes to software, I'm built different. Okay, I'm not like the rest of you. I break it so fast, and I don't know why. I'm different. I'm not like the others. All right. Okay, YouTube Studio it doesn't know on my phone that I'm live. I don't think I can edit this. What's up, Fern? Am I? Yeah. The scuff continues into 2026. I can't update the thumbnail. All right. I freaking give up. You know? Okay. Let me get y'all open for me to be able to see you. How's it going? Guys, I changed my camera settings a bit because I realized I was looking a little bit zombie adjacent. And I was like, okay, it's too cool toned. I'm looking too cool. Too funky fresh on stream. It's illegal. How is there audio coming from my laptop? I thought I muted you. What? Should have muted the colors of it to go full Zombler, and you're so right. I should have just committed. Wait, actually, I want you... Meh, this is fine. Okay. Wolfric, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys, we're gonna do some coding today because I deprived you of your favorite form of content yesterday. So we are gonna work on the shell that I haven't touched in a while because your girl's been freaking busy. I've been freaking busy. I'm trying to figure out. You guys know, you know what? I give you a little bit, maybe too much behind the scenes, but whatever. Freaking welcome in, you know? Let me tell you all my secrets. No, but I've been trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to improve my efficiencies, my processes, because right now I'm working so much. I am on the computer for like, I don't know, upwards 12 plus hours a day. Every single day, including weekends. Most weekends. And I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. I need to figure out what I gotta do to fix this. I'm getting inspired to build my own shell. You should. I think the challenge should be free, I think, until the end of July. I should double check, but you have time. Retro, thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. Actually huge. Hi, Devcraft. How's it going? Devcraft Diaries. That sounds like awesome content that I would enjoy. To give you an idea of the chaos today, this is full of Earl Grey tea. It's the size of my head. Also, do you guys like my candle in the back? Wait, you can't see it right now. Hold on. Oh, I need to replan how no. Do what? The fuzzy chair doesn't let you see. Which way do I move? You guys. So in Canada, you can get maple syrup in a can. And it's the best maple syrup of all time is the ones that come in the can. The OG maple syrup from Quebec in a can. All right, but they have candles. They got candles that come in a can, and they're maple syrup candles. How fun is that? So I have 3 of them. I got them at Costco. Come on. Where do you think I freaking got them? Okay. I saw them in a gift shop for like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the price was. I think it was like $30 Canadian. So like $20 American. Okay. It's Monopoly money out here. All right. But $30 Canadian for 1 candle. I was like, bitch, I got that at Costco. I got 3 of them for like $30 maybe. Okay, Bearded. I will excuse you this one time. That is the meanest, craziest thing you could have said in this chat. You can't even see it on the screen. So Bearded Dev says, I don't know if anything beats maple syrup from Vermont. Nah, y'all have never had Quebec maple syrup. Y'all don't even freaking know. Y'all don't even freaking know. Y'all Americans, you'll just be saying shit. You'll just be freaking saying shit, okay? All we have is our maple syrup. You can't take this away from me. Is it worse than saying maple syrup is overrated? How? How would it be overrated? I don't think I hear that many people raving about maple syrup. That said, I do think out of all the sweeteners, it has the best flavor. But guys, my heritage is in freaking maple syrup, okay? I can't even do Aunt Jemima, okay? It's like spitting on my ancestors' graves. We need the proper sirop d'érable, okay? We need it from Quebec. Honey is better. I've never had maple syrup and gone, I am glad I ate that. Okay, y'all are just trolling me. Y'all are just freaking trolling me. Y'all don't even hate it. Okay, I do love honey as well. However, that's crazy. What is Tailscale? Well, thank goodness for you. Guys, that's my alt account, okay? But don't tell them that, but that's me. That's me on the other computer. I do actually have a short recently that I posted that explains it so that I don't derail the stream. Okay. Is it not going to let me... It's not going to let me share this link without clicking it, so you might get a jump scare of my voice. Okay, it's not letting me pause it. Stop! Oh, you're embarrassing me. I really thought I'd turned off the audio on this computer, TBH, but alas, we can't win them all. I relate so much to your Sway video, trying to write it now, especially struggle with mirroring. So apparently there is Wayland render, which I didn't end up trying, but I'm used to X-render, and I was just like, okay, we need X-render back. Okay, X-render just works. So maybe Wayland, I think it's WL render. Maybe that would be a better option. What happened to the if I look interested? Sorry if I looked interested. I'm not. That shirt, unfortunately, I cannot wear that every single day of the week. TBH, I should just get... Guys, maybe I should just make that shirt so that I can buy more of them. Because I got it on a sales rack in a store that guarantee does not sell that shirt anymore. Normal people wear different clothes day by day. You don't see, okay, for what it's worth, you guys just see the stream me, okay? You don't see the freaking gremlin that is me when I'm not streaming. Yeah, I changed my mind. Maybe I'm interested. Maybe y'all are gonna say some things that are interesting in the chat about coding. Y'all are gonna backseat and it's gonna save me. I just know it. It's always what happens. It's always what be happening around here. You're saying that this is the clean corner of your room? Yeah. The corner that goes untouched. So you're saying there's a chance. There's a chance that I will read your message in chat. Yeah. If I stream, that would be the clean corner in the war zone. I'm like, I work too much. You guys, I quit my 9 to 5. I was already, okay, I would say I was already working a lot when I was working full time. But this is like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah, but now I'm unemployed and now I work more. What the fuck? Take me back. Guys, you got any coding jobs available? Take me back, okay? This is too much. It's too much for me. Give me the fucking vibe coding jobs of 2026. I don't want it. I don't want to work anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Guys. They're all gone. No. No. Freak. I thought they were rolling that back. I thought they changed their minds. God damn. Last week they were like, you know what, guys, we got to scale back the AI usage. I thought that was our shot. I thought that was our freaking chance to make a comeback. You're telling me it wasn't? No. I see a gopher in the back, but no Ferris. I have not received a plushie, a Ferris plushie yet. The gopher was a gift. Yeah. Careers are crazy. Especially when you have like too many interests for your own good. Like, God, can I make a decision? No. Thing is even if I worked full time, I would hold myself to the same standard that I'm holding myself to right now. I'm like, wait, wait, we can't do that. I'm looking for the pool life startup. You could be like you could run a pool cleaning company and say that part of the service is that you have to field test it, make sure that it's working well. What is a Yeti chair covering? It's the sheepskin. It's very soft and comfy. Fable 5 is down. We still have a chance for now. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of freaking positivity we need right now. Tell them. Peter, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Need AI for pool cleaning? They have robots, like a Roomba that cleans your pool. Guys, I don't know. Okay, I think I just send it with the shell thing, but I want to spend some time studying system design because Lord knows your girl freaking needs it, okay? I need to lock in. But I think I'll do that probably while I'm traveling because I can't do any videos or anything when I'm traveling, but I can study and learn things, which is good. I'm sorry, new here. How did you break into tech? Do you have a CS degree? I have. I actually did a video on that recently. Oh, I guess it's members only. Subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I have a partially completed CS degree. I dropped out. Because I got a software dev job, and then I was like, okay, well, I can't do both of these things. And honestly, I'm glad I did. I'll say it. I'm freaking glad I did. There was a while there where I had a little bit, I feel like when you're, yeah, there was a while there where I had a little bit of like imposter syndrome for, I was like, oh, but you know, whatever. And then I realized, I was like, brother, they sell freaking books. You can just learn it. You can just learn it. You're fine. Yeah. I dropped out because I was getting like career opportunities and I said yes. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll continue doing my degree part-time. No. Degree part-time plus content plus full-time job. Ain't no freaking way. I did try. Ain't no freaking way. Very hard. Yeah. So I didn't end up finishing that. And again, yeah, glad timing on that, because otherwise it would have been a very different hiring stretch. Are you full stack? Nah. I do back-end development. What degree? Computer science. Oh, right. We're probably in just chatting right now. I can switch us to, we're probably going to be in software dev. Okay. Also, my title's wrong on Twitch. Okay. Listen, y'all on Twitch, you freaking know it. You know that's not what we're doing. If you're new here, I'm so sorry. You've been misled. I don't even know, like, categories on Twitch. I don't freaking know how they work. Happy birthday, yo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, everyone else forgot, so I'm so glad that you always remember Nail Pointer. It means so much. I just love the people who joined for coding streams that end up in Apex, and the ones who joined during gaming are like, what is this? Wait, today's your birthday. Yo, happy birthday, the guy. What the frick? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday, birthday, birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to the guy. Actually huge. Actually huge. Okay, so Gavin says, I've considered going back to school to at least get a degree in something like in the liberal arts or in the humanities to broaden my horizons and give myself more ideas for programming projects. Have you considered that? So I didn't just work in tech. I explored some, I've been working since I was like, I want to say 15, but maybe a little before I was 15. So I've worked in a lot of different professions. Prior to that, I was also like training to be a professional ballerina. So there was that of basically the route of what if I do like athletes stuff. And then I was a little apprentice chef. You guys are getting the full lore. I used to make all the desserts and stuff at like a nice restaurant. I did that for a few years. And then I worked in the fitness and personal training stuff. And then I came into tech. Yeah. It is crazy. And then I got into tech and I stayed there. I was like, I like this. But yeah, so I feel like I've had a fair amount of time. And even when I first got into tech, it wasn't like working for a tech company. It was like in the tech, like in like IT, working for like outside of, in other fields, basically. If that makes sense. You working from 15? No, 15 I don't think is too young. Bro, I needed it. Okay, I was like, I need some freaking change, okay? Give me the dollar bills, okay? I don't know. Some of y'all are privileged. You got an allowance, okay? I didn't get a freaking allowance. They were like, go freaking work. Go work, woman. And I was like, okay. Except I was a child. So they're like, go work, kid. I was like, okay. Yeah, I really don't think there's anything wrong with working at 15. I think 15 you are totally fine, totally old enough to do that. I definitely don't think 15 is too young. At least for like a part-time, like don't work full-time at 15 is crazy, but like part-time, you know what? You got to freaking do it. You got to learn discipline somehow. And I think that learning discipline when you're young, when you still have family support, is huge. It would be so much harder. Like I learned so much of that because when I was doing all the ballet stuff and whatever, I was like, it was insane. My schedule, I was doing like obviously school full time, and then I was doing at least like 25 hours a week of training. So most days it's like the only time I had to like do homework and assignments was me waking up at 6 a.m. every morning after getting home from training at like 10, having to shower and eat dinner, all of that. And then wake up at 6, do all of my homework before school, go to school. And then immediately from school, basically go home, eat something quick, go to train. So like that was so good for me. Yeah. That's how we get in 5 years work experience at 18. Yeah, for real. Given that background, Vash, I'd be very interested in your 16 personalities test result. Is that the MBTI one? For MBTI, I'm INFJ. I'm glad that I did though, because it gave me like, I'm someone I've never half-assed what I do. Like I'm like, if that is one thing that's super important to me actually, is like whenever I am doing like committing time and effort to something, I want to always do it well, at least to the best of my ability. Sometimes this can fall a little bit into like perfectionism, which is not great, a little bit debilitating, but my reason for this is that I think the only way that I'm going to be able to like look back on any situation and not regret it is knowing that I put my all into it when I had that opportunity. Because I think like a lot of people, when I've heard people say that they regret stuff, it's often rooted in the fact that they felt that they didn't fully apply themselves to an opportunity that was given. And I try to like say yes to opportunities that align with my long-term goals, which means I need a really, really good, clear idea of what my long-term goals are. And to like fully apply myself to everything I get. I regret trying too hard for half-ass pay. I don't regret that, but I hear you. I hear you. I feel like, yeah. I feel like I definitely have done that. I think it's part of the process, though. I think it's like part of how you learn your worth. You should 100% half-ass some things. I just say no to things I'm not interested in. I'll just limit the scope of things that I'm responsible for so that I don't have to half-ass things. Is 22 UNC status? Brother, you're a freaking child at 22, okay? Y'all are like just starting to process your like weird teenage experiences, okay? 22? Nah. I'd say UNC status is maybe, that's like, I'd say 26 plus. Because your brain's fully developed at that point. You got no freaking excuses. All right? Yeah. I'm going to say 26. 26, you got to get it together. No, I'm just kidding. But 26, I think your brain is fully developed. You got the full, your deck of cards, you got it all. You got it all. You're ready. I'm not saying you got to be anywhere at 26. But I'm just saying the bar is higher. At 22, you do something dumb. I'm like, yeah, okay, the guy's 22. Like, what do you expect? All right. 26, I'm like, damn, you didn't learn that from when you were 22? That's crazy. You didn't learn from the first time you did that? Damn. Don't do that. Metal says, hi, I'm 28. I never did anything, never did a shit. But thankfully I'm good at tech. Yeah, that's all you need though. I think that having experience in different fields can be really beneficial to like understanding users, which in turn can help you understand what users look for, what users need. I think if you're too in your own bubble, it can be hard to get that kind of empathy to build good products. But I mean, honestly, if you're freaking locked in, like you're locked in, there's nothing wrong with that. Damn, 2 people called me unk and a loser on your birthday? No, not on your birthday. Fuck, that's rough. That's freaking rough. Guys, what are your MBTI personalities? Gavin says your 30s or your 20s with more money, so I've heard. Well, because I feel like your 20s is like freedom. It's the first trickle of freedom. But you're like, I'm a broke bitch. I gotta figure it out. INT old. INTJ. Nice. We're almost the same. Will we ever get Rage Bunny back? Gaming? Gaming streams? Maybe occasionally. I don't think I'm gonna have a schedule for it though. Guys, maybe like once I figure out how to not do literally everything, then I'll see. Rage Bunny is always there. Schedules are fun. That would be fire. It would be fire. It could be fun. I think doing games on like a random Friday would be sick. MBTI is changing, not consistent, just more about your mood than personality. I don't know that though. Cause isn't it like it's like introversion, IN. Oh, it's either, and then it's how you like how you process things or like express things, which N I believe is like internal. Internally, you keep it to yourself. You think about it. Some people like talking about stuff. T is, it's like the T or F is like either you're very analytical with something or you do it based on the vibes. Hasn't MBTI been widely regarded as BS for a long time? What, can we not have fun anymore? Are you the freaking fun police? We can't talk about our freaking made up personalities online anymore? What's the fucking point? What's the point? What's your zodiac sign, guys? Let's double down. Let's freaking double down. Come on. Come on. Leo, let's go. Yeah, that's such an Aquarius thing to say. Yeah, you tell him. Freaking tell him. Scorpio. Cancer. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. See, if you're not... yeah, I'm evil. I'm a goat. Let's go. Guys, yeah, what year are you born, you know? What's your like year of the tiger? Year of the rabbit? I'm also anxious / secure attachment style. See, you guys? Come on. Yeah. What's even the joy in our lives anymore if we don't have ways to say how we're all the same but different? Hi, Mayan. Welcome in. Welcome in. T is tier F. What? How dare you even say that? Hi, Oetsy. Attachment styles have been my favorite to learn. They are interesting. Very interesting. Psychology I find very interesting. I would never do anything professionally with it, but I'm curious as hell. How do some, you know what? Sometimes you see people and you're like, there's no way. How does your brain work? There's just no way. We can't let him get away with it. Everyone is tolerable. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think I just messed up my hair. It's fine. Oh, also, if any of you are looking for a new book to read that is nonfiction, I really like Gavin D. Becker. Here, I'll type it in the chat. He got some crazy books about like, it's like kind of psychology adjacent. They're just kind of fun. Ooh, I'm trying to build a desktop app in Rust. Never used it before. Do you have a recommended way that you learn Rust? I feel pretty happy with how I've learned Rust. You guys, okay, I'm going to be honest. I'm about to say that and then like kind of embarrass myself because I haven't coded in Rust for a couple weeks. But I need to, guys, I need a freaking, I don't know. Again, it's hard. I have a hard time prioritizing it sometimes, no matter how much I love it. I did really like my the JetBrains Learn Rust course was great because it's super interactive and you get like so many examples on how to use Rust. So I think that as an intro is great. And honestly, the Code Crafters thing that we're doing, also awesome. And that's for like any language, pretty much. Interesting niche books. Yeah, they're really good. Okay, Gavin De Becker, for any woman in your life, and honestly, probably, I don't know, from POV of a woman, Gavin De Becker's The Gift of Fear, crazy good book. Crazy, like such an interesting book. Especially if you know any true crime fans or whatever. It's not like morbid or anything like that. It's just like it talks about kind of like different how to explain this. Okay, wait, we'll look up the synopsis, okay? Or like the summary or the description. Hello. Gift of Fear. Okay, we'll look it up because I don't know if I can describe it well. Survival Signals That Protect Us from Violence is a 1997 self-help book. I don't know if I'd actually consider it a self-help book. It's not telling you how to like live your life. I'd say it's more of a psychology book, TBH. The book argues that every individual should learn to trust the inherent gift of their gut instinct when it comes to situations of danger of potential violence, as these instincts are often our most reliable means of self-protection. Super interesting book. Super, super interesting. He gives like, it's basically, it'll have like a bunch of like case studies of people that he's worked with that like to give you examples of like how a situation was prevented or whatever. No, it's not that at all, Icarus. It's how do I even explain it? Because it's not just vibes. It's like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, without spoiling anything, basically there are a lot of the times our like gut reaction is actually our instincts that will that will notice some behavior doesn't align with a certain situation or is like too close or a threat in some way. It's like your subconscious will notice that before you will consciously make it like be aware of it. So he goes through, there's like a bunch of different stories that they kind of go through, and it'll be like the people that were involved only like realize the threat. They're only able to explain the threat, like they're only able to explain the actual the threat and like the lead up to that through like like so much digging. But then after you, like, basically he like peels back the layers on all of it to be like, okay, well, this specific action is like what triggered your instincts to say, hey, this person's maybe dangerous. And it's for like so many different situations. Like even people who are like, you know, have like fired an employee and then the employee retaliates, like different like precursors to like that will likely lead up to some event. It's super interesting. I am very surprised that it's categorized as a self-help book because it's very much more like psychology. It's very interesting. I think honestly, I think that's a book that like everyone should read because I think your instincts are so much wiser than us. Like there's a reason why we fear things, and it's because it's like these instincts that have been passed down from like the beginning of time. Is that going to make someone's anxiety worse or better? I think better. I think better because instead of having to like worry about a situation, you're like, oh, I will just trust my gut. I'll just trust my gut when something like in this situation. You know, it's like more empowering, I think, than fear mongering. Yeah, very interesting. I really liked that book. Yes, so true. So Danielle says your gut reaction is your mind. Your mind decides if you like someone within a couple of seconds. The rest of the time you spend rationalizing to yourself what you're feeling. Yeah, it can take so much more time for you to like try and pinpoint what it is that makes that person seem a little off to you, or you just trust your gut and just freaking go with it. Cannot agree. The ancient brain is afraid of things that don't exist in the current world, or it's afraid of things that also still exist in the current world. I don't think that people have changed that much inherently. Like you'll still like manipulation and deceit is stuff that's been happening since probably like the dawn of time. Okay, Icarus says the issue is that most of the time this anxiety is unconscious bias, and statistics show it's almost always applied to socio-ethnic groups that the people weren't from. That is interesting. I think, I don't know. I am in it's hard for me to chime in on that because I also grew up in a very multicultural place. So to me, I don't know. I've never witnessed much discrimination in that way, or even any, like, I have never feared anything, you know, like there's never been any kind of like polarization for me that I've experienced. So it's very interesting. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that is a very different experience growing up, I think, Icarus. Yeah, it's interesting. I say though, it's great. Canada is a very like safe country. People tend to be very well educated. Of course, like anywhere, I think maybe it's potentially a bit different once you get like further out from major cities or whatever. But yeah, very safe, incredibly multicultural. Love it. The only thing with Canada, we don't really have like pickpockets. So even when I'm like when I was talking to like study time and she's like talking about in Europe and how in Milan it's like you have to like really watch out for that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I would be so unaware of that. And even when I go to the States, sometimes like, I don't know if any of you saw the live stream where like G and I got like scammed for our, like this person cleaning our, like polishing our shoes or something like that. But even like scammers and stuff, I'm like, we don't really have that here. Like, I swear to God, in Canada, you don't see people being like, oh, here, take this CD and then be like, oh, now that's $10. Like, people, do not see scammers. Even even in like malls and stuff, like that apparently is like the no-go, is that in malls, like the middle, like those middle stalls in the middle of the malls, that you're like, do not engage with them. Yeah, like we don't have that here. So it's so interesting. It's like, it's kind of one of those things where sometimes I'm like, oh no, it's like, it's good. I feel like it's good not having a lot of these like biases and not having to like have dealt with a lot of that stuff. But then it's also like, sometimes you go elsewhere and you're like blissfully unaware because you don't know, you know? I'm like, you won't see that kind of scamming in most of the US, to be fair. Yeah, I need security. I know. I'm like, yeah, next time I'm like, I need security. I feel like you see that in, I mean, Vegas was insane. Vegas was crazy with that. I've seen it in LA. I've seen that in New York. I don't know about other major cities. Like even Dallas was the only other kind of like major city that I've been to Seattle, but not as an adult. Dallas I went to, but I was only like within a 1 block radius, you know? Yeah. I know. Wait, here in Chile, you have to dodge pickpockets all the time. It's so sad. I've seen people like have like a fake phone, like a throwaway phone that they'll pull out and pretend to type on because they have to, in case they get like mugged. I'm like, that's crazy. I didn't know. Yeah, Canada kind of peaceful by comparison. Our main thing though is I think the main thing in Canada, especially right now, but I think it affects all of North America, is just the we have a bit of an epidemic. That leads a lot of people to be a little bit unstable. So there are some times you just want to make sure you're not making eye contact, just so that someone doesn't have doesn't get the wrong idea or have a voice in their head that goes, hello. This guy, get him, you know? So that's kind of our major problem in Canada. But I mean, I love Canada. What? Are you okay? Maybe that was too vague, but in if you know anything about what's going on in North America, you'll know what I'm saying. I'm speaking in riddles. Someone sold $10 in my wallet at the aqua park the other day. I'm a lifeguard. You can't leave your things for 5 minutes at work. That sucks. I'm in Montreal and confused by the riddle. Wait, what do you mean? Okay, I'm saying in the major cities we have a bit of there's an opioid epidemic, but that's all of North America. It's in like every major city. Yeah. There's that, and it's devastating. It's really hard to. It's very sad. It's very sad. I don't know what the solution is for that. I thought it was more of a US thing. No, Canada is also very much affected by it. I think what makes it slightly different in the US is that guns are more available, so it's a bit more sketch, in my opinion. Yeah. But all of the major cities in Canada will have that, especially like more so in like specific parts of the city. Often it's not everywhere. But yeah. Do you know where the Legos are at? Is this in reference to that video I haven't seen? What does it mean? What does that mean, the Legos? Guys, I don't know if I fuck with my hair like this. Hold on, I'm gonna change it. Should I change it? I'm gonna change it. I'll be right back. had to change my shirt because I was sweating. I'm always freaking sweating because of these lights. All right. We just been yapping. Should we do some coding? What? Is this real, Shader? Shader is saying, did you hear about New York State is trying to make 3D printers fully illegal to own and sell and making 3D print files a Class E? What? Man, you want to hear some crazy shit? You got to look at this stuff happening in Canada right now. It's following Europe, basically. All right. Oh, wait, why did I do this to myself? I also don't think I've updated. I like it better when it matches. Hold on. I know, Canada is copying all the wrong things from Europe. It's so crazy. Well, because didn't Australia do that and then they rolled it back? Our Commonwealth brethren. All right, you little patooties. I think patooties is the best word. The cutie patooties. Okay. Let's lock in. Alrighty. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna be honest, I might have to have a bit of a scuffed little setup here because I just looked at what this looks like on the actual monitor and it's messed up. Is this working? Also, are there any people in either chat? Oh my god, I can't make words. Is there anyone in either chat that is an open source maintainer? If from Canada, specifically from Canada, sorry. Open source maintainer from Canada. Is the next video about Emacs? I'm planning to watch yesterday's stream. Should I wait for it? You should definitely wait for the video because it's chopped, okay? I will say though, I already put the footage was super easy to put together and looks great. So, none of us are from Canada. Honestly, you are right. It is a very small percentage of my audience is Canadian. That's why I gotta represent. Oh my god, you guys. I haven't looked at this in so long. All right, where am I even freaking at? You should watch yesterday's stream. The bloopers are amazing. I'll put together a blooper reel, but I'll probably have to make it members only so that YouTube doesn't punish me for having bad content. %, stream was loading. Wait, huh? Oh, yesterday. Yeah, you're right. You're freaking right. And I'm not afraid to say it. Okay, I need to move this whole little desk mat over. Let's get comfy. So you guys, you know how with my keyboard I complained that that it was only wired, which means that I can only have it connected to one machine at a time? They have sent me, well, I haven't received it yet, but I am receiving a new version of it, which is why I want to find someone to give my split keyboard to. And I was thinking the only ethical choice is an open source maintainer. It must be. Okay, this doesn't look as scuffed as I thought, so this is great. We're a good start. Hi, Bashbunni. I'm new to the programming community. I love watching other professionals, trying to learn as much as I can. Thank you for your content. I feel like I feel like I gotta code more. I'll say it right now. I'll say it right now. We'll get there. One day, I will be the 10x. Forever. What is a subway language? I installed NixOS this morning on my framework 16 after your stream yesterday. Yo, let's freaking go. I also wasn't even sure if I should like keep that live stream public. But then I'm like, I don't know. Some of y'all just like lurking while I'm doing that stuff. But then I'm like, should I just not keep the, like, you know? I'm like, I don't want people to think this is the finished product. Okay. I don't remember what I was doing here, which is a really great place to be. I also meant to do this. I meant to look at this before stream. Okay, I think that is my only notes file. This is just time in the saddle. I gotta move this. Hopefully you can't see the screen. The theme is chaos, honestly, it's true. Okay. So I have this redirect standard error path. I probably have something similar. I think I have redirect path. Okay, so basically I think that's not used yet. So I need to change this condition. Oh, you know what I could do is okay, account for standard error, which means I need something. I think I already had, I added this. Oh, okay. When is this one called? I wish that there was a shortcut for me to go to like the call, like the function definition, you know? Like I just want to get out of here. Parse quotes. Okay, when are you called? Eval. Okay, you're evaluated immediately, which is good. So wait, I should bookmark things. Hold on. The theme is in fact chaos. You're so right. This is, what did I just do? We're gonna say this is when we found stderr. I just found out that there are microcontrollers you can program with Rust. I noticed a lot of people are getting into hardware recently. Do you have a GitHub? I do. Yeah, my username on GitHub is also just bashbunni. Where did you study? I don't share that. I don't share that just because it's not like I don't share much like personal information, and it's like a personal information thing. Does that make sense? Like if you were my employer, I'd be fine telling you. But elsewise, I don't share anything that could be potentially linked to me IRL. Okay, so the result gets that I basically... Okay, wait, tokenize input. Okay. This should probably return, or like, this should have something. This should have something where, wait a minute, we are your employer right now. Actually, fuck, You're right. Oh, God. Okay. So this is the only... Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. Oh, wait. Actually, we can talk it out in our... Sorry, guys. You're going to get the smallest panes of all time. Or the smallest little buffers. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. My bad. This is the wrong thing. That's why. Wait, is it the wrong thing? No, it wasn't. You wanted a job, Spill. I went to a good school. That's all I can tell you. Okay, I keep doing the same thing. Hello? Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll do a little, let's do a June 18th, stderr redirect problem. Okay, so for this, we have eval, which calls parse quotes and gives us all of the args. Well, it gives us a result. No, yeah, it gives, okay. It gives us all of the args, including the command call. And this is all based on quoted. Okay, and then we have tokenized input. And then right now we have it where if the redirect path enable to file.create. Okay, so if we're writing it to a file, we're writing it, it checks if we're writing it to a file, and then it does no additional logic for standard out. Checks if we're Oh, you know what? Hold on. I want to put music on. Only for me, though. We are writing this in Rust. Do you have a promo code? Yeah, you can use, what do I have? I have an affiliate link. I have an affiliate link that I think if you do, I think it should be actually in the description of the live stream since you're on YouTube. I think I probably have it for code crafters as well. Oh, what shell language in the REPL? We don't really have, like, I think right now it's just using built-in commands. We haven't really gotten to doing any actual scripting or anything crazy. So it's in the description. Okay, cool. Yippee. Guys, what's your favorite song right now? I've been really liking Sam Barber. Do you guys listen to Sam Barber? Okay, I'm gonna be honest, potentially country music adjacent, okay? But hear me out, it's really good. Dracula is really good. I love Dracula. My top songs right now is Dracula with Jenny, Blackpink, Me and My, Oklahoma Smoke Show by Zach Bryan, Come Around Me by Justin Bieber, Dust and Smoke by Sam Barber, Everything Hallelujah, Justin Bieber, Yukon by Justin Bieber. Okay, listen, I've been vibing with the J Biebs, okay? 9 Ball by Zach Bryan, also good. I feel like these are not all the songs that I've been listening to. I listen to a lot of Sam Barber right now, though. Beyond the Pines by Thrice. Okay, let me try that. Yeah, Dracula is so good. This playlist is scuff. Wait, what? I barely listen to music. I'll listen. I have started listening to music more often. Gonna check out Dracula though. Sounds like less awful than Zach Bryan and Bieber. Okay, listen, Icarus. Don't need to be you're such a grumpy old man in the chat. Jeez. It's like the uncle at the family function right now. God damn. He's like, you're still in school, son? Nope. Well, fucking knew it. No, I don't know. Alrighty. Okay, so we're checking if it writes to a file, and then we do no additional logic check, which honestly I think is the better, like, is part of the process here. Is like, why do additional logic checks when we don't need to? Otherwise, that would have been like engineering it too much, too early. All right. Oh yeah, but I was mentioning I'm getting the other version of the Keychron split keyboard. They have a new version that is wireless. So I'm excited for that because that means I won't have to switch it the way that I am right now. Oh, frick, I should have asked them for a mouse. My mouse, for some reason, I have the dongle for it, but my dongle is like, it's not connecting anymore. And I don't know how to fix that. Do you guys know how to fix that? Because I do still really like my mouse, but me staring into the blinding Bluetooth lights on my mouse, God. Do you mind? Okay, then no additional logic check. Just defaults to standard out. Does it have Bluetooth? Yes, but the problem is I like having, because I switch between two machines a lot, I like having Bluetooth. Like this one, I don't think I can have multiple Bluetooth connections at a time. So I like being able to just like flick a switch and switch between my stream PC and my coding PC. So that's like my main thing. So that's why I'm looking forward to the other keyboard where I'm going to be able to have multiple Bluetooth connections and just switch between them. Yeah, but I need that for my... Yeah. But this one I should be able to have, like I have a dongle. I should be able to switch between Bluetooth and the dongle, but it's not letting me. What about the ZSA Voyager split keyboard? I've heard really good things about that one as well. I feel like there's so many good products out there right now. May not be the dongle, but the port. I think I tried, okay, I'll double check, but I think I tried it with, on the different machines, full-blown different machines, and on, like in different ports, and it wasn't working. Sometimes the manufacturer has a repair program. Okay, maybe I reach out to SteelSeries. Is it SteelSeries? Yeah. I love my Kinesis 360, both switch with a toggle to my different rigs. Yeah, it's so nice. I was also considering the Iris keyboard that's a bit more like of a smaller form factor. Kind of nice. I am, guys, I'm reading YouTube chat. Oh, the dongle might not be paired to the hardware MAC address or something. Ooh, okay, interesting. Most Bluetooth stuff specifically has to implement multi-pair. Yeah, I mean the Keychron ones have, like I've never had any issues with reliability with them. Honestly, just good value. I want the same headset as those cheap call center ones, and a mouse with a ball. Tech was better back in the day. Yeah, I've never tried one of the little roller balls as a mouse. I don't know. I've been very satisfied with my Keychron K1 Max so far. Yeah. They're honestly, I've had at this point, like this, okay, well, I've tried / used like 4 different Keychron or 4 or 5 Keychron keyboards, and they've all been super reliable, like for years, which is dope. Well, some of them are newer, so I haven't had them for years, but the older ones, good. The Keychron wireless seems to have 3 stars on their site, so maybe keep your wide one for now. They're gifting it to me anyway, so I'll try it out and see how we go. They heard my feedback and they're like, wait, hold up, let us cook. And I was like, okay. So I think this parse quotes, unfortunately, this might be the best place to have. Do I have anything for... Okay, I don't have like an enum. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Oops, God, I think it's the... I actually hate that my Apple, whenever I use my MacBook, it's like the order of all the keys are different. It really messes with me. I think I also need to change my keys around on this, my keycaps, so that it makes more sense for how I actually use it. Can you increase the stream font? I don't know that I can right now. Hold on. I can also just focus on fewer things, I suppose, in one go. Okay, I'll do that. And I'll increase the font for you. Okay, so for what it's worth, for me right now, the font is like 1 character is like the same size as my pinky. My pinky nail. Like it's huge. I don't know about the trackball, not gonna lie, it sounds a bit BS to me. I love the little nubbin on ThinkPads. That is freaking goated. Once you get good using that, I miss it. Okay, so here we are actually gonna do, okay, so proposed solution here is that, I think I also do need to look at the code though for me to make a solution suggestion here. Okay, so the proposed solution is that we have parse quotes. Okay, I can't type, it's fine. I've been trying to, one of my goals, I have so many goals, you guys. One of them is to actually practice my typing every once in a while. Ever thought of using a KVM for the multi-PC? I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it's worth it. Because I have a single monitor, so it's really not that big of a... I actually don't, like... It seems like not that much of a thing for me to just switch, you know? Just flick a switch on each of my things individually. Right now I've been using a dongle that has my wired keyboard on it and my YubiKey and my mouse. It's the whole thing. Do I use continuous integration, continuous deployment for all of my projects? No. Like, I probably would if I was expecting any level of stability with it. If I was releasing software, then yes. Do you use Kafka? No. Do you? I don't know what Kafka is. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Do you use CI/CD for any of your projects? Again, if I needed stability, maybe. Messaging queues. Oh, interesting. It's a distributed data store optimized for ingesting and processing streaming data in real time. Oh, that sounds interesting. How do you get good at building things? Be in the ether, be in the unknown. honestly, just build small things and make them incrementally harder. And even when you're building a really, like, something that feels completely out of your depth, while you're building that, make sure that you're still building small things so you can get those small wins along the way. I think that's the play. When I looked at like patterns that I saw in other devs that I thought were like goated as hell, that's what they were doing. Because I think with software, the biggest blocker that you get is like mental blocker. It's just you being like, oh, I don't know that I can do this. And then it's like, well, actually. When did you start learning coding? I actually learned it in university. I took CS for uni. That was the first time I ever coded, was in like the intro to coding class in university. And I really enjoyed it. I just was like, oh my God, this is, because I grew up doing like really enjoying like Sudoku and like puzzle games and stuff. And then so I like started programming and I was like, wait, this is just like that. This is the same. I think that's part of why now, even with all the talk about AI, I'm like, but I like solving the puzzles. It's the part I love. I love building things. This build, like solving the small puzzles, all like that incrementally build into a bigger system. It was so fun. I'm self-employed right now. I'm chilling. We're self-employed, currently partnered with Tailscale. I have another partnership, another little partnership coming up soon that you guys will see. That I think I mentioned their company last stream, but just a little candid one. Nothing crazy. Again, as I've said in this stream, I'm like, I gotta optimize my processes before I can do too many partnerships and whatnot. I'm my own blocker right now. I'm like, I'm tired. I got it in me to do limited runs here. You're looking for a tech lead on your partner team? If you want, you can post in the careers channel on Discord if you're interested in getting some applicants through the community. Good company, Tailscale. They're honestly so good. And they've been so good to work with. I love it. That is, I think, the coolest thing about this. Well, maybe not the coolest, because it's been crazy. I actually filmed a very, like, I actually don't know if it was, like, I don't think it's oversharing necessarily, but, like, I filmed a very, like, candid update on what it's been like working for myself for the last, like, 6 months and the different things that I've learned. And while, obviously, like, my main income is through content, I think there's, like, a lot of overlap with it's still like freelance. Like I'm having to source all of my partnerships and everything. So kind of like applying all of what I've learned to even like how you could apply that for like freelance software skills. Would you guys be interested in that video? Otherwise I might just post it as like members only. My members only stuff is where I just post like experimental things that I feel like they're a very small percentage of you would be interested in. Yes, you'd be interested? Okay. Okay. Because I just don't know. It's like, I feel like with stuff like that, it's like a touch more personal, where I'm just like, I don't know if all my subs care like that, you know? I had no idea there was a Discord server. There is, in fact, a Discord server. Any tips on how a coder can be self-employed without being a blogger or a freelancer? I'd like to become self-employed, but aside from freelancing, I feel like I don't really see any options for myself. So are you hoping, so you're saying without being a blogger or a freelancer, so are you hoping to like continue working full-time and just have like a side hustle kind of thing? I didn't know there was content on the Discord. We'd be chilling on the Discord. I don't know how long you've been doing this, but I only recently saw you through the YouTube feed, so your reach is expanding. Yes, perfect. The plan for global domination is upon us. Success. Internet Matt, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I will say networking is the biggest. Networking is always the biggest thing. But it doesn't have to be in like the cringe networking, like traditional like networking way that I think most devs can like look at networking. I know someone who works on Upwork with coding, but it doesn't pay as well. Upwork and Fiverr, I feel like have gotten, there's so much more high risk now with AI. Like I used to be somebody that I would like look for people to work with through Fiverr. And I don't know that I would do that anymore. I feel like now it's word of mouth. Just because I don't trust that the person is actually doing the work. Like one, they could be outsourcing it without saying that they're outsourcing it. Two, there's just going to be so much AI junk on there. What is traditional cringe networking? I feel like just a lot of devs seem to think that you need like the best social skills of all time. You need to be like schmoozing the big bosses and all this stuff. It's like you can just make friends with similar interests as you, and that is networking. You know? Like you can just befriend someone that has overlapping interests, and that will be helpful to you. To both of you. Like just be part of community. Be like creating community is the ultimate networking thing. That's all you got to do. Yeah, you guys are networking right now in the chat. You'd be like, you know what? Actually, I saw Thai guy. I know you from Bash's chat. Are you hiring? I'd be like, yeah. Okay. You're hiring? Yeah. Show me some of the work you've done. Okay. Get like a little, you can hop on a call, have a little coffee chat, whatever. Yes, but shy. Sometimes you got to be brave. Sometimes there are going to be opportunities that you get in life that are scary and you got to do it anyway. I can be very shy, which is ironic given I feel like I think I'm a little shy when I first meet people. It depends on the context. If it's like full stranger, I'm like I'll be shy for sure. If it's like, oh, you're a good friend or you're a friend of someone I'm close with, then I will be a lot more open. Or even like, yeah, again, I think context is just really important. Like the environment. Because at TwitchCon, obviously then too, it's like if I'm if I'm like I have like my friends around and stuff, like I feel very safe and comfortable and I will be very outgoing. If I'm like in a new situation where I'm like, I don't know anybody here, I'll still send it. I'll still try and talk to people, but sometimes I'd be a bit shy. Can confirm I met her at LaraCon. Hey, let's go, LaraCon. Streaming is different, right? It's a social space. It's being social in a space that you control. Streaming, I think with online communities, it feels different because there is already this like shared interest. When you have a community online, like especially when you're creating content, it's like, okay, well, here are my interests. I'm going to showcase that online, and the people that tune in for that generally have like an overlapping interest. It's also a lot more like low stakes kind of thing. Or it feels that way, at least. Like it feels like a very low stakes interaction. Are your Emac dotties on GitHub? They are, yeah. If you go to it is I don't know why I'm typing on that one. It's bashbunni.files on GitHub. Emacs with all the batteries included would be great. That's literally Doom Emacs. It's so good. Why do you think some people seem to have a huge void and feeling of something missing? I think people are the loneliest they've ever been. I think even if you're an introvert, everyone likes feeling valued and like part of something bigger. I think my advice, and this might be, some people will like agree with this, some people won't. That's fine. I know everyone's gonna have different opinions, whatever. But honestly, I really liked a lot of the like Stoic. So the Stoic philosophy is something that I like have been like lightly following for a long time. But just, I think that sometimes we forget the power of altruism and kind of like having a purpose outside of yourself. I think we can get really caught up, especially if we live somewhere that is very like capitalistic, where it's very like almost like self-centered, not necessarily in a negative way, but just like it is more self-centered, and like what are my individual contributions versus like what can we do as a collective. I think that a lot of people find that they lack purpose because they're thinking so much about themselves and what makes them happy, when in reality, probably a lot of the fulfillment that they would get in life is in helping others. And I think a great way to find purpose is through being of service to others. Yeah. I think historically religion has been another like common way that people like find purpose and community. But I know that like, you know, these days it's a lot less kind of like common practice, or like, yeah, a little less like normalized now. But yeah. I think that having that very human connection is more important than we think. But I think no matter what, like, I don't know, I've never been that motivated by like things for myself. 'Cause I'm like, I'm fine. You know, I'm like, my bar of things that I need is very low. And I actually think there's a chance that I was influenced, that like my train of thought with all of that stuff, with material things, is potentially like stems from some of the time that I spent like reading about Stoicism and other people's thoughts on it and all of this stuff. Because I'm just not very attached to very material things. So even for me, like, it's like, oh, well, this thing pays a lot. Okay, for what? You know? Like, to me, if I have, to me, like, a reason I would want to make good money is because that means that I can then support my loved ones, which to me is a much stronger purpose than me just being like, oh, because I want to like buy a car, you know? I don't trust you. I saw the Chanel bag yesterday. Hey, just because listen, you're still allowed to buy yourself some nice things every once in a while. I will say I've treated myself. So every single one of my like luxury purchases have been milestones for me, like markers for myself of things that like accomplishments that I had, and I was like, okay, I'm going to treat myself to something really, really nice. But for what it's worth, so I think that you're allowed to have specific things though that you like to spend, like that you like to treat yourself with. And to me, a lot of I think for me, like a lot of, if I'm buying anything like designer, it's going to be because it's like, to me, I'm seeing that as like a piece of art almost. Like it's not for like the name or like the whatever. It's like for either the quality, like I have one of my favorite little bags is like the most indestructible thing of all time. Like I don't know. I feel like you're allowed to treat yourself to things just because it's like I could take it or leave it having those things. You know what I mean? I could take it or leave it, but I think it's important as well to like, I think in life you're allowed to be like, hey, you know what? I really like that thing and I've worked hard and I'm allowed to just get it because I want, like, because it's nice. Not even because I like want it or I need it, but just because like you can. Sometimes you're allowed to just make decisions because it's fun or because you want to. Yeah, I think you're allowed to like treat yourself even if it's not like a primary driver for you to do anything. Yeah. Also, it's something where, so I am very much, I don't like wasting things. I'm very particular about, like what I like to consume because I don't like one of my biggest pet peeves is when you buy something and it like breaks immediately or whatever. So even part of what I like as well about like, for example, any luxury items that I have, I typically will buy resale. One, because like, you know, why would I don't, unless it was like, I think I would probably maybe not buy it resale if it was a very specific item that I want. That's like a limited time thing that is like a specific design that I really, whatever. But otherwise it's like, I find if you buy something that is high quality or that has some kind of like name associated with it, whatever, it's going to have a much longer life. Like you're going to be able to, I could sell anything, like I could sell or like donate whatever, like any of my, even if I had like Doc Marten boots or something, it's like you can wear them into the ground, donate them. People are still going to see like value in it. So yeah, I kind of like that when I'm buying these things that if I decide that it no longer serves me, it's not just going to like end up in landfill. I'm like, okay, guaranteed somebody is going to want this. And I can like give it away or sell it. Yeah. It's interesting though. There's some crazy, there's a whole other freaking ball game. You guys don't even know with the freaking designer handbags and all jewelry, like designer jewelry and all this stuff. There's a whole subset. The fashion girlies are out here buying them new, never using it, sitting on it for 10 years and selling it at a crazy markup because so many designer names will increase the pricing every year, a certain percentage. Like some people when they bought like a Chanel bag back in like the early 2000s, that was maybe, I don't know, they probably bought it for like less than $2,000 or something like that. And then now that same bag is like $20,000 or something crazy, which is insane. But yeah. What's the nicest thing you've bought yourself? Probably I think probably that Chanel bag. But even then, I got a really good deal on it. That's probably the nicest thing that I've bought. Like the fanciest of all the things. And even then, it was like not crazy. It was like maybe $2,000 Canadian. Like I got a good deal on it. Yeah. I think that it's good. Why would someone sit on a handbag for 10 years? Because they made $18,000. Some people treat it as like full-blown investments. Show us your bags. Too much work right now. Nice nail color. You're rooting for Argentina? Yo, you're so right. It does match Argentina. Yeah. I like Argentina. I like Brazil. They got the best energy. That's what I'm here for. The energy. Where do you draw the line between FOSS and what's FSF? The Free Software Foundation? Is that what you mean? What state is the shell? Not great. We've just been yapping. I can stand a bag, but WTF is with Pokemon cards. Yeah, they're a whole other thing as well. Is your partner also into code? I have never dated anybody that is into tech. Scotland has best energy. I do love, you know what? I love the Scots. My people. My freaking people. You're about to like the time in the saddle acronym. There's only so much leash we can give the chat. No love for Portugal? I don't know. I'm not really following it too much. Okay. You guys. Okay. So, okay, here is where... Oh, you know what? No, because we do tokenized input and then we go through all of the args. Wait, where is it that we go through? Is redirect path? I think this might be... yeah. Oh, hold on. Actually, redirect path is fine. Okay, no. So, okay, redirect path will find either std out or stderr directive. So what I could probably do is redirect path and have redirect, probably rename it. Maybe we can have this return a potentially an enum for, it's either going to be a, I guess if it's none. We can just have it return an enum. If we have a file path, we basically have a string. Here, we'll do this actually. Oh, are we not? Hello? Oh, I think it's this. There we go. We can do, I'm trying to remember how to do an enum. Hold on. Oh, wait. My bad. Okay, yeah, so it is just like enum only. I was about to like write it in Go a little bit, and then I was like, wait, I don't think I need to put the type thing here. We could do enum, and we can do redirect. And we could do one that has none, which is no redirect. We can have std out, which would have a string. We can have stderr, which would also have a string. Oh, wait. No, wait, I'm goofy. None would have a string because that's the file that we're outputting to. Otherwise, okay, that's my bad. These ones don't have a string. Do you guys have any favorite programming blogs that you've been following? How do you not have a problem when typing with long nails? These ones are not that long. They're not that long. These are also, they're press-on nails, so I actually find they sit a little bit higher. Like, because I use nail tabs, so it like adds an extra like little millimeter or whatever to the to how high they are. So these ones are actually like not getting in the way at all of my typing, which is really nice. Okay, guys, ease up on the religious chat on YouTube, please. Yeah, they're ergonomic nails, exactly. Stephen Deal has been writing some interesting stuff in the PL space. What is PL? If you have a problem typing with long nails, you can get AI to do your typing in 2026. You're so right. Oh my gosh. Ren, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Wow. It's so nice. Oh, PL, programming language space. Yeah, my old colleague and a friend of mine, Rafa, is currently writing Jam, a new programming language. I gotta find the, actually I could probably find the link. Hold on. Where is it? This one. Oops. I've heard good things about Cohere actually. Rust proc macros compelled me to take a month-long break plus from a big software project. Wait, what? Why? Sorry for the off topic, but I see it as serious as the work. It's just not the place. I think there are probably other spaces online where it would be a little bit more appropriate. I splashed myself in the face with my tea. All right. So I think we do this and then, I mean, that could make it easy peasy. Then we just do a switch on that instead. So let's do, because what was I trying to do? Oh, wait, redirect, wait. Let's sum index. I mean, I could just have, okay, if let's sum index, iter position. We'll make this, okay, redirect. Oops, I meant to yank that. Like, there's probably a shortcut for me to yank that, not right there, but okay. Comma, wait. Do these need that? No. There we go. Okay. So I think what we'll do here, we get input, which is a vector. We're going to iterate over it. We're going to get a position. If let's sum index is that. I basically want multiple conditions here. I want to do this for... Wait, am I being goofy? Redirect to standard out. Wait, am I being goofy? No, this is right. I think. Yeah, because we remove, wait. Redirect? Okay. I think I potentially, okay, we're still redirecting to a file. Okay, that's my bad. Right, okay, that's fine. So basically what we're doing is it will actually be, none is we're going to no content redirect. And then we're gonna, okay, this one we're gonna have a output. Oh, I could have just done the % thing, but okay. So this one we're gonna have. Okay, and this one we'll do a. Oh wait, actually we can just do this. Can we just do? Oh wait, I think it's. There we go. So we'll do that. Expected string, what is this? I consider option expect to unwrap. Wait, what is out? Is it that? Okay. So, different syntax and much thinking around the corners, I guess, needs a fresh mind. Oh, honestly, so fair. Oh, xylitol is supposed to be really good for your teeth. It's like the best sweetener for your teeth. My dentist was like, you should use xylitol as a sweetener. Here it's actually, there's, in Canada, you can easily find xylitol gum. The only thing with xylitol is that if you have too much xylitol, it can upset your stomach, apparently. Do I just repeat this? Like I can. I think there might be another option here, but hey, we'll just get this working first. We'll make this standard error. And this one's only gonna be... Oops. There we go. Okay. Oops. Okay, so this in theory should it should do that. This we don't need. I think also I didn't really finish. I think I just put this here as like an idea of something we could do. I typically only have it with coffee at home. That's kind of the only time I use sugar too, is like to sweeten when I have tea. And not all tea. Don't you need a parse function? We already have parsing before this. Doomy Max config looks so much cleaner than vanilla. I love it. I really, really like Doomy Max. All this is to prove that anyone who drinks alcohol doesn't get worms. No, that's not how that works. Surely not. Surely freaking not. I like Earl Grey tea without sweetener. I like it with sweetener. You know why? It's because so Canada, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'm like educating the chat on Canadian lore every time that I'm on stream now. I don't know why. I'm suddenly like the most Canadian I've ever been. If you've ever had a London fog, London fogs actually they're a Canadian invention. They were made in Vancouver, was the first place to make London fogs. And I think that's why. So I kind of grew up drinking London fogs. And it's good. Now I like it with sweetener. If you're a true Canadian, you'd educate the chat once and then educate us again in French. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. I fumbling. Okay, and then this, we are gonna do a match, which I totally remember how to do. We'll just do match, and then we'll do, oh wait, hold on. Let me try and, we're just getting some out path. File's gonna use out path. Okay. It must be nice to have a 4K monitor. It was honestly a really good buy. If you can get a 4K monitor, it is worth it. Okay, I was getting eye strain headaches, and that was kind of the main reason why I jumped to a 4K monitor. I didn't necessarily feel like I had to before then, but yeah. The font that I'm using is Terminus Nerd Font. There's a chance that I have a command for it. The volume is kind of low. It's probably me, TBH. I'm not a super loud talker. I'm a quiet girl. Except for when I'm gaming. Denzel, thank you so much for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Better still, get a 5K one. You can get an 8K monitor. This one, okay, so we're gonna have either it's gonna be redirect. It's gonna be okay, we'll do that. We'll do redirect that, and we'll get the out path. And then that is this actually. Okay, so we have that. We have standard error, and then we need to do a redirect for standard out, which is going to be out path. And then this is going to be pretty much the same, actually. This is actually going to be, oh, wait. Yeah, but we need that distinction. Okay. Shit. We're gonna need to know this down here. Because I think, oh. Wait, buff. When am I writing this? Buff. Oh, that's where. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So it's in these. So it's in these that I'm writing to buff. Do you code robotics? No, not really. Maxwell, you have to, it's English only, and you're spamming. All right, what do I need? I actually might put my glasses on. Good reminder. Some blue light glasses with a slight zoom. Did you guys have fun yesterday? Did you like the stream yesterday? I think what I might do though is, I think I'm considering getting getting an actual teleprompter so it's a little bit more cohesive for y'all on stream. But honestly, the videos turned out really well. I think those of you that watched yesterday will be really intrigued probably to see the final result. But they look great. I edited both of them yesterday after stream. And looks pretty smooth. They're just not fully ready yet. Wasn't it a bit awkward for you? Honestly, I feel like the second time it felt better. The first video, definitely, I was like, oh, I was so aware because whenever I would pause, I could see the chat just go like crazy once whenever I would pause, and I was like, oh my God, they're trying to derail me. I just know it. I freaking know it. It's me versus them. Okay. So what's interesting here, I'm trying to remember where I write to standard out, or is it? Oh, it's here. Okay, so it's exec output standard error. What is output? Where are you? Oh, okay, is output. Result is exec command. Okay. This is going to be specifically for a command. Okay, yeah, so, right. Okay, so to do. Okay, right now this is defaulting to, it's writing to the buffer. But, okay, this is so interesting. It's tough love. Chat would never, I know. This chat, never. They would never try and derail me. Piper, thank you so much for the tier 3 YouTube membership. I appreciate that. Thank you. Actually huge. I hope that you enjoy the members only content. What's my IDE and font? This is Doom Emacs, and I'm using Terminus Nerd font. Okay. To the buffer. It's defaulting to writing like the output, which is stdout, to the buffer, which is either, okay, which is either a file or actually standard out. If I've redirected, hold on, I'm just gonna, okay, why are you still upset? There we go. Okay, that was slow. Okay. Okay, if I've redirected standard error to a file, then that should be another buffer, basically another buffer. So I think I'm gonna have to maybe, these both, okay, so basically both of these need to write to separate buffers. Can you redirect to, I think you can. Hey, Chaotic. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. I miss coding like the good old days. Join in. You can still do it. Get in here. Build a shell. Freaking get in here. Okay, you can, oh no. Okay, so You need to write to separate buffers since you can declare you can have and or relationships here. Okay, so this is gonna have to be its own little buffer, Ruski, which is gonna be maybe buff 2. Maybe I just name it stderr buff. Okay. And then this, I'm gonna actually rename to... Oh wait, that's not the capitalized, hold on. What do you mean join in? Do you have a Git repo? We have, so we're building this on Codecrafters right now. And it's free. You can just build a shell. You can do Codecrafters. It should be free. The challenge should be free until the end of July. I can reach out to them if we need an extension, you guys. We'll see. We can see what they say. Big Stepper says, I've been thinking about learning Rust. This might be my push. I've also been eyeing assembly because my project deals with low-level stuff. I think, so the Codecrafters, like, projects specifically, this isn't, like, sponsored anyway. I have an affiliate link with them if you sign up to know, like, so that I get the referral creds. But with Codecrafters, a lot of their projects have, like, they have so many languages that they support. So if you're looking to just have something where you can just, like, you don't have to plan the project and, like, do the whole step-by-step of, like, breaking down the project and that whole part of it, you can just, like, show up, write some code, solve a problem, close it, you're done, and you've done, like, some practice, some coding. It can be good for that, and they have, like, an insane amount of languages. Hold on, I can probably check let's see what they got. Like, look at all of these languages. Hold on. Look at all of these. Wait, this kind of looks like the cursor logo. Crystal. They have C, C#, C++, Clojure, Crystal, Dart, Elixir, Gleam, Go, Haskell, Java, JavaScript, Kotlin, OCaml, Odin, PHP, Python, Ruby, Rust, Scala, TypeScript, and Zig. Don't you love to plan your own project? I think it's nice to have both. I think it's nice to have a project where you can just kind of show up. And then it's also nice to have projects where, you know, where you just kind of, where you, like, it's your idea and you scope it out and you figure it out. Cursor's troubleshooting a bug while I degen stream. The future is now. Yeah. They don't have mine. What language? Give them some love. I know they need it. Yeah, they need some support. They sent out an email, I think about a month ago, maybe before that, like early in the partnership, like when we first kind of started like any kind of partnership. They sent out an email, like I think a week later or something, saying that they're not building any new courses. I think they've been very heavily impacted by AI. They said they're not building any new like projects. They're going to continue to maintain and support the projects that are on there. But basically just that, like, it was their goal to make this, like, you know, build this out as a company, but they just haven't been able to get the funding necessary to actually make it like their full-time gig. My first response was to post in Prevagen Top Shelf. Yo, I just got electrocuted. Wait, why? What happened? You shocked yourself with 120 volt in the breaker. Oh my God. That is so scary. You motivated me to build the shell in Codecrafters. It was very fun. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh yeah, here, Hamo. Here. I might even have a command for it. Yeah. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay, so basically I need 2 buffers here. These are gonna be the same. Uh, 140. Standard error, we'll do. Wait, what? That is so interesting. When you use tab completions after you've done a, when you're doing like a vertical select, a block, wait. When you're in block mode and you do a rewrite, it doesn't include whatever you tab complete. That's so interesting. Do they have malware challenges? No. I don't think so. Honestly, I feel like you could ask low level about that. Low level probably knows some cool resources. Okay. Exec path. Okay, I think we're good here. I think this is good. So I think we can do this. We'll have to create a new buffer. This one's gonna have to be, oh my God. Okay. So, so this is not an either or thing. Okay. Interesting. What do I want to do here? Okay. Do I want to, so I can have, it's not either or, so it's not an enumeration doesn't make sense here. But what does make sense is potentially passing the buffer and creating, do I create the buffer? No, there I'm just supposed to get the redirect path. But what if there are 2? You know? So I think this needs to be redirect path. Okay, I did need to, in fact, okay, we're good. We're gonna have a command for each of these. Okay, so we need a command for both standard error buff and, oh, you know what goes so hard right now music wise would be Avril Lavigne. By the way, I'm trying to transition from a non-technical role into my first dev role. Everything I find is about vibing. Do you have any tips for mid-career dev conversion? Ooh, I would say honestly, build stuff. I think building stuff is good. I think getting good at, I mean, I need to work on my design, my system design stuff. I think it depends too on like the size of company that you're looking to go to. They're going to have some different, I think, skill requirements. I think if you're looking at like smaller companies, they care more about like your ability to ship software, which I think a lot of the knowledge, whether they're using AI or not, a lot of the knowledge for that is like, yeah, knowing what it takes to build applications. If you're looking for a larger company, probably like scalability is probably what they're looking for. Thanks, Ortel. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Yeah, no worries. I hope that's helpful, Roland. There are a lot of really good, I think, resources even on YouTube and stuff. But yeah. It is a weird, it does feel like a bit of a weird, like market to navigate right now because it's so all over the place with expectations. I think no matter what though, you're going to need to be able to, you still have to be able to like build software on your own because again, if companies decide to scale back on their AI usage, you're like, you don't want to be absolutely like out of your job, you know? USB charger plus bath is super dangerous. Who's doing that? What? Are you guys okay? Are y'all okay out there? What the frick? What the frick? Okay, so pretty much this I actually just need to remove. We're not doing that anymore. This is in fact just going to be an option again. This is going to be none. This is going to be some. We're so back. We're so back to what we had. I could probably get restore, but then actually I need all of my little notes. This is going to be an option for a string. We are going to yoink this and make it the same, but for standard error. Okay, and this is going to be different. This is going to be for, and then we're going to have to do, we're also going to have a case where it's going to be, if it's redirect standard error, are we doing the and yet? I don't know if that's the next problem we're going to have to do, is both. Append standard out, append standard error. Okay, we'll see. Right now it's not asking us for the other operator with the and sign, but... So we'll just leave that for now. Oops, this V. Looking at your commands match, you can do a scoped import of the command enum to avoid repeating the namespace on each case. It's not an import. It is. Well, it's because there's going to be a none. There's a none type that is built in, and then a type that is not. And then my own custom. Hold on. Font recommendations for a wizard. Chris, you can't say that. What is it that you're making right now? Shell doesn't say much to me. Shell is basically, it's the program, or the program that runs within a terminal emulator. So I'm pretty much just handling like user input. It's mostly string parsing and user input kind of thing. Alrighty. This is so nice. Oh my god, I miss coding. This feels healing. Okay, so here I'm gonna need to have... Can I make 2 of these in one go? I don't think I can. We're gonna have to have this for... And this is gonna have to be back to if let whatever. Wait, hello? Okay. If let some... We're gonna have to do this separate for redirect path. Is there a reason you're not... Okay. Oh wait, no, it's, sorry, this is, I did that wrong, that's why. I was like, why is this confused? This is gonna be, we can do out path. And then we'll copy basically. And this is gonna be, wait, this is a buffer for a new file. We are gonna write stdout buff. This is for redirect. Oh wait, here, you know what? We gotta like rename this. Okay, so if that has a value, we're gonna create the file. Otherwise, the stdout buffer, which is this one, is just gonna be this. Wait, hello? Then we're gonna do, we're actually just pretty much, we can copy this. Hey, don't do that. Rude. Okay, and then within this, we'll do... Okay, I think that's right. Maybe I'll, just for the sake of keeping everything together, can I just move this up like that? No. Can I move you like that? No. I thought people don't code anymore because of AI. We're in it for the love of the game. What if I like coding? I think that's such a crazy thing because it's like, if there are ways you can code faster. I don't code at work, I code in my spare time. I think that's fine. You know, if it can make your job easier and you're allowed to do it, why not? You know, save yourself some energy. Sometimes, like, there's a reason, devs be getting burnt out for so long. This has been like an ongoing issue for devs for so freaking long. And now there's something that can make your day-to-day job easier. The only risk comes at if it's not actually making your life easier and it's instead now just increasing your required outcomes or your deliverables, whatever. If it's increasing your workload, boo. And also, if it's increasing your workload and if it takes away from your core skill set, you know, just make sure that you're still learning. The quality is not so good, so the job will always be at risk. That is up to, like, you know what? If you're being forced, it's one thing if you are the one who's like, oh yeah, we definitely have to be using AI for this, like blah, 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 whatever. If you're the one advocating for it, that's a little bit of a different situation. But I think what a lot of devs are finding, the position a lot of devs are finding themselves in right now is that their work's mandating that they use it, and their incentive, they're like basically stating that you have to use it and you have to use it, max it out, which I think most companies, or not most, but companies are scaling back on that. But hey, what about ethical issues? Yeah, I don't love the ethics in it. I don't like anything where they try to gatekeep knowledge. Yeah. It's our knowledge. No, you're right. I think, yeah. What I don't like is when you're being charged to basically access an aggregate of your own knowledge. Not that I have an opinion, says the person who their username is stop using AI. Yeah, we are also streaming on Twitch right now, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That one's a tricky one. I think it depends a lot on like the source of your source of AI as well. Because if you're self-hosting versus like using a hosted is different, you know? But yeah, I mean, yeah. The ethics is a whole other issue. I always self-host. Can't believe people are willing to put stuff in the cloud these days. It's also the easiest it's ever been to self-host. Hashtag sponsored by Tailscale. Check out Tailscale. Ethics cost money. They do. Yeah. There was like an hour-long line at the post office the other day. That's what robots need to fix. You know what I think should happen is I think the AI companies, you know how when there's like a new building, a lot of cities, when you go to build a skyscraper, you go to build a new house, whatever, there's a certain amount of green space requirement that you have to conform to. I feel like AI companies should have the same thing, where it's like, if they are building a tool that they're profiting on, that is, especially when it's based off of the work of others, I mean, this tool could be repurposed for so much good. There's so much stuff on the internet that deserves to get shut down, and we cannot do it. Like, law enforcement is way too pressed, way too like stretched to be able to enforce some of the stuff online. I'm saying like the worst of the worst, okay? AI could do that. AI could crack down on all that, you know? And I'm like, maybe there should be like a required cleanup. What about false positives? Flag it for human, whatever. Flip side is also true. The tool can be used for so much bad. Yeah. But I'm just saying this should be like the price you pay kind of vibe. It's like to try and offset like it's like when they have like what is it? I don't know. It's basically it's almost like if you had like the most like a huge carbon footprint or something like that, and then they tax you with that, and then that money is reinvested for like environmental causes. It's like that. You know? The crazy thing though is that there's just been like absolutely, I mean, there have been no restrictions on like user data for so freaking long. It's crazy too how probably so many of these LLMs have been trained off of data that is probably not licensed. Like if you like not licensed in accordance, like where it violates the licensing on the software, there's probably so many projects that have like a copyleft license, for example, and it's like, hey, well, technically you should have to open source whatever derivations of this project. And I'm like, is it considered a derivation of the project if it is using that source code for knowledge? Maybe a little bit. Copyright doesn't exist anymore. There's too much profit to be made. There's too much profit to be made. The government said, actually, this time we don't care. I think in an ideal world, it's being self-hosted and used in moderation. Because I'm not interested in like the additional slop we're seeing on the internet. We were already, I feel like, in a bit of a slop epidemic. Like learning new skills on the internet, it's like you were seeing like so many blog posts, and it's like this is just so surface level that, like, who cares? Give me a book. I think no matter what, you know what? The slop epidemic is peaking. It's time, bring back books. Just read a book. I think at the end of the day, that's what we need. We just all need to go back to books. Am I from Eastern Europe? No. I am Canadian. Social media, even before AI was slop, now we have super slop. I know, it's crazy. It's refreshing to see people who actually want to code in this chat, because my university feels like it's full of people who want to skip straight to a finished product. Yeah, I'm a process girly through and through. I'm like, no matter what project it is that I'm building, I'm going to be building something. Let's just enjoy our time. Let's enjoy the problems we get along the way. I'm not trying to like speed run to a conclusion here. And I think that's the best way that you can learn. I also think, I think discipline and intentionally like challenging yourself is super important. I think that we as a species are so prone to falling within our comfort zone. And it's really important that we can achieve incredible things when we don't fall into that. Yeah, see, so what's interesting here is I feel like I could just do all of this logic within, I think I could just do all of this logic within this redirect standard out and just return the buff writer. I think that's maybe what I want to do if I clean it up. I will take note of that. That would be a refactor, okay? We would do a refactor. Can't type, it's fine. Don't worry about it. What upsets me a little bit is that it's categorized as the same content. Like now you look for like a coding stream, especially on YouTube, you look for a coding stream. I feel like on Twitch, there's some shame, there's some pressure or something. Cause a lot of people I feel like are still coding by hand on Twitch. But on YouTube, you look up like coding live stream and it's like mostly just people that are like vibe coding. And I'm like, who cares? There's no shame in this. There's no way to embarrass yourself with this, okay? YouTube is nothing but vibe coding until I can buy a house. No, for real though. Like, what is happening? Make redirect standard out, like both of them, into to like create create the buff writer. I mean, that would probably, honestly, that'd be the best, I think the best case scenario. But, okay, so we're doing that. I don't think any of these other commands write to standard error. We can just see, because I think the rest of these don't write to standard error. I'll just have to clean up all my to-dos before I commit. Oh, except I can't because it's going to commit once I try to test it. Ransom, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I started to use the Socratic methods when I prompt. It's more digestible with that. Interesting. Hi, Shy. Twitch has shame. There's a hot tub and pools category. Yeah, but they're all, I mean, there's community in the gooning apparently. In the software and game dev category on Twitch has like enough of a tight knit community. Like it's not that big of a category to the point where I'd feel like when people would show up and they're just vibe coding, people would be like, what is this shit? What is this? Why are you here? Like it just wouldn't. Yeah, YouTube is literally just like, oh, vibe coding until I make $1 million. Yo, PBK Reviews, hello. Hello, hello. What dependencies are in this project right now? I don't really have much of any dependencies. What do I have? Oh wait, why did I open my cargo lock? Oh, I have anyhow for the errors. Bytes. Whether or not something's executable. Strum. Which was for, I can't remember what. But yeah, mostly just error handling stuff. Nothing crazy. Minimal depths. Okay. Okay. I tried to live code on YouTube for many years, but failed to get an audience. You have to, I think the community on Twitch is much more catering to live streams. Because the thing is so on Twitch, there's a completely different dynamic with community. Twitch has a much better community for live streams specifically. I think YouTube, that way, you can live stream. But with Twitch, you can get what's called raids. So if you're on Twitch, you can get raided by other people in the category, and they basically send all of their viewers to you when they finish their stream, and that can be a great way for you to get discoverability. That's kind of the only discoverability on Twitch, frankly. YouTube streaming is weak because you can't even play music either. Well, you can. I've streamed music, but you just have to make your own playlist from basically the YouTube audio library. Raids are a great way to keep people on Twitch. Nice move, Amazon. Yeah. True. I do think the visibility of if someone is live on YouTube is pretty good. Oh, okay. Synox says, I have an actual programming question. I'm doing the boot dev backend course. I need a personal project idea that could take 20 to 40 hours, apparently. Ooh, why don't you recreate a software that you use? What's something that you use or think is cool? And what is a single feature that they have in that project that you can implement, that you can figure out how it works, implement it yourself? That's what I would do. Sometimes you just gotta be curious. How does this thing work? Yeah, I don't think any of these other ones write to standard. Oh, wait, we do error print line. This isn't gonna work. Can you set ePrintline set output buffer? I know that in Go there was something you can do with that where you can set your logger to be a specific output. Designed to print a standard error, which is typically unbuffered. Control over buffering. Okay, so you have to, if I'm doing ePrint, okay. So I do in fact have to add something here. It's gonna be stderr. So we're gonna have to pass that to everything. Let's go to the definition of this. We're gonna have to basically yoink that. And then I'm gonna have to copy the right line here. And I'll have to do, oops. Okay, it's mad. What do you want? Match arms have incompatible types. Oh, I have to unwrap it. Okay, what other errors are you mad about? This function takes 3 arguments, but 4 were supplied. Oh wait, but 3 were supplied. That is line 420. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna fail, I think. Okay. We'll do. All right, I don't think I have anything else. I need to import stderr. This is on line 3. Also, yeah, that's honestly kind of fair because we're not really writing to standard error anymore. We're just using buff writer. Well, actually, wait. Yeah, we're not doing that at all anymore. Howdy, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I haven't seen your videos before. If I hadn't seen your videos before, I'd assume this is an AI stream because your posture is very straight. I'm being good today. It's because I have my chair locked in like the straightest position I think that it has, so that I cannot be a gremlin. No gremlins allowed. You guys, would you vote for me? Can you vote for me in Streamer Awards this year? You know how huge it would be? Do you know how big? Le Grand, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Code with Sean, thank you so much for the 5 gifteds. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Wow. The streamer is sponsored by Tailscale. I try to avoid cloning because it's bad, but sometimes it feels unavoidable. Cloning what? A really easy to design pattern to start off in Rust to just clone everything, which is a bad Rust code, but can be refactored to borrows. Oh. I mean, just use Clippy. Honestly, enable Clippy pedantic, and if you are struggling with the borrow checker, it will tell you how to fix it. You will no longer struggle with the borrow checker. It's awesome. It'll actually just like, if you're like, oh, I don't understand why this borrow is having any kind of issue, it'll say like unnecessary borrow here, or you should borrow here, or this is where this is already being moved. It's so good. It's so cozy to see it's so cozy to watch another developer while programming. It is such a vibe, isn't it? I also like watching coders while coding. It's like, we're all in it together. Is my candle melting? Hold on. One sec. Okay, we're good. I just realized that if it was too close, there's a chance it could melt my bookcase. Ça serait super stylé que tu fasses un stream en français, un de ces 4. Moi, je ne sais pas. Je suis trop rusty en français. Il y a beaucoup de mots que j'oublie. Moi, je devrais faire... OK, moi, je pourrais faire un stream en français si... Moi, j'étais comme au Québec. Si j'étais en train de visiter au Québec ou quelque chose comme ça... ça serait mieux, mais moi, je suis trop dans un environnement anglophone. Alors, c'est difficile. Aussi avec tous les mots avec, les ordinateurs et comme le programming. Moi, j'en sais pas du tout des mots dans ce profession. Ça serait probablement comme un bon what's skill? I'm forgetting. But it would be good. It would be fun to, what I was saying is that it would be fun to do a French stream, because someone was basically saying it'd be awesome if you did a French, like a stream in French every once in a while. But the only thing is I'm too rusty with my French. I'd have to basically go visit somewhere French for a minute so that I can just like be in French mode long enough. I need to be in French mode long enough to be like, oh yeah, okay. But I also was saying that with anything related to computing, I like don't know. I have zero lingo. I got zero words there because I've never spoken about computing. Une bonne compétence à avoir, ouais, c'est vrai. Oh, guys. So Max, guess what conference is being hosted in Quebec in Montreal this year? Guess. I'm debating. I'm figuring it out. I'm debating if I go. It's my favorite city right there. I love Montreal. RustConf, yeah. RustConf is happening in Montreal. Yeah. I know. I was like, imagine I go to RustConf and I get to speak French and chill with the Frenchies for a bit, my people. And then I get to like be with a bunch of Rustations. It'd be kind of cool. I'm Italian. I don't understand French, but French people do understand Italian, I think. I understand. So with Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, I understand like some of it. Not everything, but I'll hear like there will be some words that I understand, so I can like kind of make what they're saying. But yeah. How do you make your projects? Do you use AI for everything? I do not. No. I'm realizing I forgot how to make a simple CRUD. Any advice? Just build stuff. Build stuff from scratch. Look at other people. Honestly, just rewrite somebody's project in your own programming in like whatever programming language you want to work in. Just use like the open source is still there. Use somebody else's project. Learn from it. It'll be great. As a French person, I can confirm I do not understand Italian. I can understand some stuff. So see, I know that, Jesse, I know that some of what you said in Portuguese was something about understanding Portuguese. If you listen to people from France versus Quebec is different, so different. Quebec, people speak a lot slower, I think. I personally find Quebecois French like so much easier to understand. France French, there's also like a lot more kind of almost like slang words, it feels like, in France French. So for example, like if in France French, they'll say like, oh, c'est où le parking? Le parking. And then in Quebec, it's, oh, c'est où le stationnement? It's a completely different word. That's like one example. There's like a bunch of other little things. And even the accent can be different, like is so different. I am from Quebec. Welcome. Quebec is great, but the taxes are insane. They got the highest taxes in all of Canada. What the heck? Tu viens d'ici ou de Ontario? BC. Making a 2E at work. There's some pretty useful videos from Charm about it. Hopefully they still apply for V2. It's changed, but you can always look at the tests. Elm will click soon. Elm makes so much sense when you've used bubble tea. What about Vancouver taxes? Still less than Quebec. Quebec is crazy. Quebec is like almost 60% tax or something. It's like over 50%, which is wild. BC, I think, is close to 50%. Okay, depending on your category. Okay, I'm assuming like if you're in like you're making like tech salary. Okay. But are the services good? Yeah, but services I think are about the same everywhere in Canada. I think Quebec is also like kind of in its own little world. Quebec is very much like there's so many like policies that are in place, and it'll be like, oh yeah, valid in Canada except Quebec. Because like even they just kind of, they're a little bit in their own, they do what they want. BC's around 52%. Ontario and Quebec is over 55. Yeah. It's so high. All right. Oh yeah, okay. I'll do a quick little commit. That's just going to be a little whip commit. What did I add here? Okay. Okay. Nice. I'm going to delete this because this is irrelevant. Actually, wait, I can do this. No. Never mind. Thought I could. What if I? Okay, that's not it. It's fine. I know that there's going to be a way for me to jump to a heading in org mode, but I don't know what it is. Okay, the rest of this I'll actually stage. I'm just gonna do that so that I can do codecrafter submit, see what is failing. I'm gonna assume it's failing. Can't you just drop the change in Megit? Wait, what? Oh, yeah. This broke last time. LS non-existent? No such file or directory? Oh, because that error is supposed to go. Yeah. Okay. So it's failing a touch. So LS, I don't think I have. I think that's one of the execs. Where is my actual exec command? Oh, there you are. Oh, I think I have to do this as well. None. I think I want to do. Wait, in output stderr. I think this needs to be right. This needs to be right. It needs to be stderr buff. That, and then do I need to do unwrap or anything? I don't think so. Do I need to flush it and stuff as well? Because this is technically. I feel like this should maybe be happening regardless. Output stderr. Where does output from? Oh, result. Oh, God. Okay. What is result? It tries to do that. Okay, so it either gets an output or it doesn't. This. Do I even need to write to error here? probably, I think. Okay, so basically, actually, what I could do is do that, write all. Oh no, it has to be specific. Okay, okay. I'm gonna comment this out. Okay, what are you mad about? Use let. What is... Where else am I using right and how am I using it? Right line. Okay, maybe it's that. Oh, it's a result. Okay, I see. We'll just unwrap it for now. See if we... Okay. Maybe that'll work. I don't really know. I got no idea. Oh, but I gotta commit with maggot so that I actually know what's going on. Because this, whenever I run these tests, it will whatchamacallit. Why do I already have this commit? To stderr buff, I'll say. Okay, now we can try that again and see what happened. Who builds a shell in Rust? I'm learning Rust. ls non-existent, no file. Why is it still printing? Is it the flush? Am I goofy? It's this. It's this. Wait, what? Write all. Okay, so at the end. Oh shit. Write all. What is this doing? Oops, what did I do? I don't know where that just went. I don't think I have... Okay, I have no idea where that went. I don't know what I clicked that like killed that window. Where are my challenges? Get me in there. Let me in. Oh, there we go. It was this, and I was trying to get to the dogs. Oh, I need to search just the standard library. Oh. Write an entire buffer into this writer. Shit. What? Uh-oh. Okay, okay. So this is what's printing. This is what's printing it. I think maybe I don't need to do this. I'm gonna, okay, we're commenting it out. We're making a mess. Oh, why is this read only? We're making a mess. I'm gonna comment these out. I think that's why. It's because like I'm actually writing throughout. I don't think I need to like clear that. Unless I do. Wait, but exec output. No, I think it's maybe just reversed. Because if I'm getting the output.standard out, I want to write that to... Oh, wait, write all... Wait. Oh, it writes an entire buffer into this writer. What does flush do? Flushes this output stream. All buffered contents reach their destination. Tomorrow I'm gonna ask my company if they'd pay for my ResConf ticket. Ooh, let's go. Nice. Streamer's lenses look really thin. These are the smallest possible prescription that they could give me. They said it was a slight zoom to help relax my eyes. So we'll see. Any ideas how I can take advantage of the tax dollars I pay? Make use of your libraries. Use libraries. Okay, this is something that's interesting. Is I think libraries have a very different like connotation or like whatever, like I don't know, a different like social dynamic, whatever, in Canada versus the US. But I think Canadians are also just a lot more prone to using like government funded things and having that be super normal. Versus I think in the US, it's very much more like there's almost like this pressure to always be using like privately owned entities. But there's a lot of, even if you don't like physically go to a library, there's a lot of online resources that you can leverage that are provided by libraries. Like some libraries literally have like the lynda.com subscriptions and like subscriptions to different online book things. Like you like, yeah, it's crazy. There's so much you can like, there's so many like skill development resources that are often provided by libraries. Libraries are cool, but I do most of my reading on my Kindle. No, but you can, that's what I'm saying though, is like I think they might even have like Kindle compatible book loans that you can do. Yeah, you can borrow ebooks. It's crazy. There's so many resources with libraries that people like just don't use. I think people forgot. Oh, so I'm trying to get the output standard out to write to this buffer. I'm gonna just comment this whole thing out and see if maybe this is the problem. What is some output? Wait, what is result? Wait, is this returning? Where even am I? Do I do something with this output? That's not what I meant to do. I don't think I do anything with the output there. Wait. Well, oh. Wait, no, this is fine. We got this. We got this. Cannot find output. Write all. Oh, I don't need that though. I don't know what. I don't know where it's landing. Oh no, because it's not even unable to execute command. It's just no such file or directory. So I think it is here. Don't understand why it's still printing that. feel like I need to debug this, but I don't have a debugger set up on this. I need to set up my debugger. Here, guys, let's just chat for a bit. I think we're gonna just chat for a bit. I'm starting to get hungry, so I might just end stream. Make no mistakes. Haskell's great. How long have you been doing Code Crafters for? Like today? Is that what you were asking? Enjoy food. I don't know what to eat. I'll probably just do rice and vegetables and protein. It's easy. That's the easiest move. How long have we been live? For 3 hours. I feel like that's pretty good. All right. We can see who's live. I have the same at home. Yeah, I think that's the play. Oh, I had Chinese food for my birthday yesterday. Happy belated birthday. Chinese food is fire. I'm not flashing my undies. I ate a whole pizza. I hope you're set up with I hope you're getting coupons. Discounted pizza tastes even better. Okay, who is live? I actually can just... Alrighty. This was fun. Very fun little stream. Alrighty. Is there anyone y'all recommend? Who do I see? Am I following anyone? Where are my follows at? Should we read Code Miko? Let me see. God, this is so hard for me. I'm tired, Grandpa. I'm freaking tired, Grandpa. Okay, we're trying someone new. Okie doke. That is all. That's all from me today. I'll see you guys. I'm no longer doing the Monday streams just because I'm too freaking busy. Okay. YouTube chat disconnected for me. Hold on. Let me see what YouTube chat has to say before we terminate the stream. I came at the worst time. I know. I'm sorry. You guys have some videos to look forward to, though, on YouTube. If you want to support what I'm doing on YouTube, you can go subscribe and all of that good stuff. Go subscribe. Go like the videos. Go leave comments. Go do all the things. That's the play. That's how you can support without spending a single buck. All right. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday. So the new play is Wednesday, Thursdays for the streams. And then hopefully I get back onto a consistent cadence for all the YouTube stuff, okay? But yeah. Go give some love to Spitzy Pie. All right. They are they're doing open source development with TypeScript, Rust, and NeoVim. Intriguing. Intriguing enough that I'm sending you all to them. It is a followers only chat. So good luck. Good luck, fend for yourselves. Goodbye. I don't know if the raid worked. It raided. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.